Hello, my name's Brian and welcome to Overland Calling. This is another installment of the Meet Mad Max series. Today we're going to be going over my full camp setup. Now I'll be 100% honest, I don't set this up every single time I go camping. But if I'm going to be planted somewhere for 3-4 days, I'll usually set this up because it keeps the weather off me, keeps me warm if it's cold at night or in the early mornings. So I figured, what the heck, while I got it out, I might as well give you a tour. All right, let's dig into it. Before I get going, let me mention, nothing in this video is sponsored. Nobody gave me anything. Like, this is all just stuff I bought. There may be better stuff on the market, but for me, quality versus price, that's important. I can't go broke doing this. My wife will kill me. So, I will put some links in the description for some of these items and stuff like that. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer them. If I can't do it via comment reply, well, heck, I'll make your own video. All right, let's hop into it. I get tons of questions on gear I use for camping, so let's dive in. So first and foremost, there's my collapsible, super comfy lounge chair, the RVR Lounge chair. I got a little tripod stool. Works really well for propping your feet up. Got a little Ledeak table. Picked it up off Amazon. It's like 20-something bucks. I don't know what it is now. I haven't checked after tariff increases. So this is my kickback spot. Just my lounging area. Now, let's go see some more junk. Stuff, high quality camping gear. You may or may not have already seen videos on this, but that is an ARB 8x8 awning, along with an Ironman awning room. So you may be asking, why don't I have one of those great big, 270 fold out, awnings? Well, it's because I love the awning room. I love this thing. It's totally enclosed. It's got a floor. It's got windows. It's got all that stuff. I don't have them down right now because it's hot as Hades out here. But it completely closes me off from the elements. I have a fair amount of electronics I like to, work from the road, all that good stuff. I don't want those things getting wet. Another question I get a fair amount is, you have an ARB awning, why don't you have the ARB awning room? Well, that's because the ARB awning room, I had it on my smaller awning, and it leaked. And I don't like awning rooms that leak, so I now have the Ironman. It doesn't leak. That's why. I miss out on the really cool feature where the awning light can come on and shine into your awning room, but that's okay. I worked a way around that. Let me invite you into the office area. All right, so my way around that was these little Goal Zero lights here. I've got two strung together. Got a little piece of paracord, kind of holding it to the awning clip here. Some little S-clips that hook it up. I had to duct tape this so that it wouldn't come apart because I do keep a fair amount of tension on this line. Another S-clip holds it into this little connection there. And then it runs down and goes into my power supply. All right. Power supply and all my junk is sitting on my new this year, probably can't see it very well, but that is a King Camp 4 to 6 person table. So they say 4 to 6 people. I would never put anything over 4 here. 2 very, very comfortably. 3 you can work in pretty easy. 4 is going to start getting tight. 6 people, yeah, I have no idea what those people are they're talking about. I don't think you could fit 6 people around this table, but That's me. And this chair I'm sitting in right here, this is a front runner chair. I like them. Man, I don't know how many hours, days, weeks, months with my butt sitting in this thing. It's 4 years old. It's part of my original rig. I love it. It holds together. It always works. And it collapses down nice and small. Fold that down, in, down, and bam. There you go. Comes back up just as easy. Done. Move out of the way here so you can get a good view. So this is not my awning floor. This is an 8x8 mountain mat. A funny story about this mat. I emailed them and asked them, like, how do I go about cutting it? Because I wanted to get it down to size for an 8x8 awning. Their original one was quite a bit larger than that. And I didn't want to truck around extra stuff because storage is always an issue. Well, they said, hey, why do you need an awning smaller? Or why do you need an awning mat smaller? And I told them, I'm like, I've got an 8x8 awning. By the way, there's a lot of other people out there that also have these awnings. Like, I need an awning mat that fits it, and I like your designs and, the veteran-owned, recycled materials, all that good stuff. So they said, I'll tell you what, why don't we just go ahead and make an 8x8 awning? Hopefully, a lot of you have bought them. I don't know. I don't have a discount code. I don't have an affiliate relationship with them. They were just cool people that helped me out with something I needed. I appreciate that. I'll put a link in the description. You can buy them on Amazon, and you can go to their website. I had to check to see which is cheaper. Anyway, I love the dang thing. It holds up like a champ. Protects my awning floor. Plus, when I'm inside, I kick my shoes off and enjoy some nice barefoot action. This will keep the rocks from hurting my toes and my feet. And it's comfortable. And it's less like camping, more like home. As part of my packing system, I use Milwaukee pack-out cases. That one's got my miscellaneous items. This one right here holds all my pantry goods. Right now it's in here because, along with these rocks here, I needed something to hold my awning in place. I'm camped on a slab of solid rock. So, I ain't using tent stakes, that's for sure. So, use a combination of a couple different things. If I'm at the beach, I actually use these bags right here. They got 3 strips of Velcro that hold it to the pole. And they got this strap here that I can just tie off to my awning to keep it from flying up. I use rocks, or sandbags work really well too, by the way. If you're going to the beach, I would definitely stop by Home Depot and pick up some sandbags. I pile my stuff around it. Even my table's pulling dual duty. It's also holding that wall from flying around. Too easy. Then over here on this side, I actually had something to tie off to. There's a wooden post that's cemented into the rock. I have no idea why, but if it's there, I'm sure Zach going to use it. That ties off my awning. This corner was coming in, so I just tied off another rope to that to kind of keep it stuck out. I had about, probably 15, 20, 25 mile an hour wind gusts, and that wall was caving in pretty bad. So what I did was I rigged up a little stanchion right up there. Just an awning pole with kind of my own version, a couple PVC fittings cut off the top. That just kind of holds it in place. Then I'm able to tie it off and provide some extra support. Again, I didn't have a tent stake, so I borrowed a big giant rock. Anyway, oh, and to hold it at the bottom, because, like I say, it's coming through pretty good, I grabbed another rock there and tied off to that. Now, I am in the middle of the desert. It's pretty hot during the day. It's getting up in the 80s. But you know what? It's chilly at night. Some nights, not every night. And it's chilly almost every morning. I have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get ready for work because I am a wimp and I don't like the cold. I also have a Sparks Overland 4K gas heater. This sucker is pretty dang nice. I can use it in my tent, or I can use it in the awning like I have it rigged now. It's got a hose. I bought an extra fitting there that helps it zipper in to both my awning and my tent. Now I spent over $1,500 on this heater. One, it's assembled here in America. Gives Americans jobs. I'm into that. Two, they do an outstanding job on quality. And when I've got it rigged in my tent, I'm sleeping right above it. If something happens and it catches fire, it's going to burn me alive probably before I can wake up and get out of there. So, you know what? I'm not cheaping out on that. And plus, I don't like carrying diesel. My car runs on gas. Therefore, a heater that runs on gas, pretty dang sweet. I got a full video on it if you want to check it out. And I've also got a discount code that'll get you some money off on stuff from their website. All right. Now then, let's talk about power real quick. So I work from the road. I use a lot more power than most people. I've got two different setups here. Can't see right now, but there's my little Anker power supply. I use this primarily for my computer and stuff during the day. I love it because I can actually solar recharge it, and it pretty much stays at 100% without using nearly as much power. Right now, I'm sucking it dry. Oh yeah, it's already 78%. And then, because cool power stations weren't around when I was building out my power system, I made my own. This box right here has actually got two USB-C ports, two USB-A ports. And around here on this side, it's got two 12-volt connections. One of them is what I use for my Sparks Overland heater. The other one I can use for Starlink, or I can use basically whatever the heck I need 12-volt power for. All right. Another power-hungry beast is my Starlink Mini. Now, it doesn't use a lot of power. It averages about, 20, maybe 25 watts at the most. And that keeps me connected out here. Again, I work from the road, so this is an essential piece of gear. I need an internet connection. And I just run it down. I've got it powered by my main battery system. Main battery system is housed in a Milwaukee packout case. Can't really see it right now. I keep it in the back of my pickup truck, open to the air, so I needed something that was sealed up. They didn't have anything good on the market I liked, so I built my own. 280 amp hour battery. I don't know how many watts that is. It's a lot of watts. But it runs my fridge, my camp lights, my two computers, my Starlink, I got more electric gizmos and gadgets you can shake a stick at. Runs all my crap. To charge it, as of this year, can't see it too awful well, but right up there is my solar panels. It's my first year having mounted solar panels. The rest of the time I've just had the portable ones that I would fold out and put at the perfect angle for the sun, and those work just fine. I got the mounted ones, kind of embarrassed to say, but I got them for when my Jeep's parked at home. I'm too lazy to take my fridge out of my truck, And I keep frosty beverages in there for when I'm working in the yard or wherever. So to keep that fridge running, I mounted some solar panels on top. That's the whole reason I don't have my fold-out panels anymore. Oh, man. Ah, holy cow. Oh, this is much better. Being in the shade is awesome. Oh, let's see. So, what did I miss? Oh, yeah. Let's talk about the dirty little secret of living on the road in boondocking or no facilitiesville. If you're camping in the middle of nowhere and you have no supplies or no facilities and you gotta go, well, you gotta go. That's what this is for the old number 2. There we go. Now, of course, I'm not just gonna stick this out on a slab of rock and do my business. By the way, keeping your toilet paper and whatever other bathroom supplies you need in a watertight bag comes in really handy. Keeps your toilet paper from getting wet. And I also keep my bag in here for doing business. As well as, of course, a roll of super comfy toilet paper. While we're talking about dirty stuff, let's talk about trash. All right, so I have this bag here. I'm not going to give you a link to it. I don't like it. The zipper's stripped out first time I use them, but they hold my trash container. So it's basically, let's pull her out here. So it's like a 7-gallon bucket with a really, really good seal. It works like a champ. Is it bear proof? I have no idea. A bear's never gotten into it though, I'll tell you that. Never tried. I once came back from a trip, forgot to dump my trash. And yeah, it sat there for 2 months. I had no idea. It was just sitting in my garage. When I opened that thing up, oh my God, was it bad. But I couldn't smell it from the outside. So I'm not saying a bear can't, but I can't. Ooh, here's a nice little tip, a trick for you. If you're rolling around with a lifted vehicle, you might want to get yourself a nice little stool system. Folds up into nothing, stores away really easy. But if you've got a lifted rig, or you got kids that just need to get a little bit higher to get stuff, hey, there you go. And it's super cheap. I'll throw a link in there. What else do we got? Oh yeah, sleeping on the road. All right, so the tent is a TopOak Roof Top Tent, clamshell design. I love it because it's got that little piece that folds out past it. It really does make it a lot more roomy inside. I am 6 foot tall and I can sleep in there no problem. If you're 6'2", 6'3", I don't know. It may be a little tight for you, but 6 foot, I fit just barely. Too easy. Let's take a look at the inside. So, I got my blankets. I've got an additional power outlet there where I bring all my devices up here and charge them. Plus, I can also do my electric blanket right there. And of course, the built-in tent lights. but it's daytime, so those aren't fun to look at. I use a full-size pillow, just like you use at home. I'm living on the road for months at a time. I'm not going to deal with a camp pillow. I'm going to have the same pillow I use at home. Why? Because I have room for it. It stays up in the tent full time, along with everything else you're going to see up here. I never take anything out. It's awesome. All right, so this is just a puffy bag. Nothing special. I think I picked it up at REI, just because I needed something light to throw over the top of me. Underneath that, I have my Ignik Electric Blanket. Been using it for years. Absolutely love this thing. I have a ton of power. Therefore, I don't care if I use an electric blanket all night, and I'll run it on high and I'll be toasty warm. Underneath that Ignik Electric Blanket, yes, there is a full video on this if you want to go check it out in my gear section. Are these little things. I call it my whoopee. It is a military poncho liner. You used to be able to get these at the, oh gosh, what was it? Army Navy stores, but there's not many of those still around. You can order them off Amazon. I'll link in the Amazon link. However, these are the OGs. My uncle gave it to me. He gave me two. He liked me so much. I use one of these as my undersheet to sleep on top of. And then underneath this, I do not have the factory mattress that came with this thing. It wasn't bad, but I'm living on the road for months at a time. I've got the Exped Duo, the double wide version. It fits perfectly inside this TopOak tent. Comes in, I do deflate it whenever I put my tent down because I got so much crap in there. If I took all my bedding out, I'd have room. But it's got inlet and outlet. And I also bought the Exped inflater system. This also doubles as a little camp light. But pretty awesome. USB-C rechargeable. Push that button twice. Fills it up. Push that button twice. Let's see if I can get it in the shade. And it lights up. And it dims. So, pretty cool. I store it 24/7 right there in the little side pocket. When I fold it up, it still fits. Tent's also got a bunch of nice side pockets. There, another two there. Two down all the way at the corner that I hardly ever use. And that guy up there, that's where I keep all my cords. And I throw my hat and any clothing up there whenever I'm sleeping at night. I guess I better make my bed again. I really don't make my bed very often, but hey, you know, I had company over. So there we go. That's my bedroom. Whew. All right. We're just about done. Got one more thing I want to show you. Now I've got an open air pickup truck, so I need to store stuff. I bring a lot of stuff with me. Now I can store some of it on the inside of my truck, but 24/7, keep my ARB Elements fridge. Got some water containers. Of course, spare fuel because I'm an Overlander and need to look cool. But in there, this is my, where I keep all my coffee and snack stuff. I mentioned that I have an internal power supply, a big old battery that I built. Well, there she is. That's my big old custom battery system. If you're wondering how I did it, I did a video covering how it's set up. Quick disclaimer, if you're doing your own custom power system, remember for where I showed you that box with the USB-C cables and the 12 volts, If I had it to do over again, I would have just run a cord out from this sucker and I'd plug a nice power station into that. It would make life so much easier and it'd give me more connections. But like I say, there were no really cool small power stations when I built this years ago. So we got what we got and we're keeping it. That is a DeWalt case that I use to keep all of my camping stuff in. Had it 4 years. Love it. And it's not all that expensive. Bought it at Home Depot. Yeah, close this bad boy down. I've also got more storage here. These are the Pelican 1490 cases. Working pretty good. I've had some leaking problems with them though, so I'm going to sort that out before I do any videos on this setup. But I bought this for one very specific thing. I wanted a nightstand. So I can lift this sucker up and then I can access it from my tent window. So I can keep extra gear in there. Pretty darn cool, huh? That's cost me way too much money, but yeah, don't tell my wife. I liked it. Now I know what you're saying. You haven't showed us any like cooking and any of that setup. No, I haven't, because I've got a lot of cooking crap. I'm just going to do my own special video on it. And I'm not doing that till it cools off a little bit. So we're going to save that for the next episode in this. So that is my camping setup. If you're interested in my kitchen setup, it's going to be right up here. You can get a link to that video. Until next time, enjoy the ride. Oh, this fire's nice. Gonna be a good night.